The first thing that came out of the borehole wasn't water. It was warm air, thick, damp, and rotten smelling, like blood mixed with rust. The drilling machine stopped suddenly, and the whole village went silent. Even the birds disappeared. Then we heard it knock, knock, knock from deep underground. My name is Sadiq, and I grew up in a small farming village in northern Nigeria. For 3 years, we had suffered drought so severe that even the toughest crops gave up. Our streams dried, our wells collapsed, our animals died one after another. Children fainted during school assembly. Pregnant women were carried on motorcycles to distant clinics. Old people whispered prayers day and night. So when the government finally sent a drilling company to sink a borehole, it felt like divine intervention. The entire village gathered on the first day. Women ululated, men beat drums, children danced around the drilling rig as if it were a miracle machine. Everyone believed water was coming, but our land had other plans. The drill bit went down fast at first, grinding through soft earth and sand. The machine screamed loudly, shaking nearby houses. Dust rose into the air, coating our clothes and faces. At 20 meters, nothing. At 40 meters, nothing. At 60 meters, nothing. The engineers frowned. They adjusted the machine and kept drilling. By sunset, they had reached 90 meters, still dry. The village head, Baba Musa, pulled the lead engineer aside. Their conversation was quiet, tense. "We can't go too deep," the engineer finally said. "The underground structure here is strange." But the villagers begged. Mothers knelt. Fathers pleaded. Old men lifted their walking sticks and prayed aloud. So the drilling continued. At 112 meters, the drill suddenly dropped. Not slowly, it fell. The machine jerked forward violently. One of the workers was thrown backward, breaking 2 fingers. The sound that followed was not the sound of rock breaking. It was hollow, like metal striking an empty drum. Then the smell came. Hot air burst out of the borehole, carrying a stench that made everyone gag. It smelled ancient, rotten, like something that had been sealed for centuries. The machine operator shut down the drill immediately. Nobody spoke. Then came the knocking. 3 slow, deliberate taps from deep underground. Knock, knock, knock. Women screamed. Some men ran. Others stood frozen, staring at the borehole as if it might swallow us whole. The engineers packed up quickly and tried to leave, but Baba Musa blocked their vehicle. "We have waited 3 years for water," he said. "You will not leave like this." The engineers argued. They said the ground structure was unnatural, that they might have drilled into an underground cave system or gas pocket. But Baba Musa wasn't listening. He ordered the hole sealed for the night and told everyone to return home. But nobody slept. That night, strange sounds rose from the earth. Low humming, like chanting, but not in any language we recognized. Dogs barked and broke their chains. Goats bleated endlessly. Chickens flew into walls. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the humming stopped. And then the screaming began. It came from the direction of the borehole. Long, high-pitched screams that rose and fell like sirens. Men grabbed machetes. Women clutched their children. Some began praying loudly. I followed the crowd running toward the drilling site. The borehole cover had been torn off. The metal cap lay twisted 10 meters away, like it had been thrown. And inside the hole, there were fingernail scratches, fresh ones, deep. By morning, one of the drilling workers was missing. His name was Emeka. They found his boots beside the hole. The police were called from the nearest town, but by the time they arrived, the villagers were already panicking. Some elders said we had angered the land spirits. Others whispered about ancient gods buried beneath the earth. But Baba Musa insisted it was just an accident. The Mecca probably fell in, he said. But everyone knew the truth. No human being could remove that steel cap. Against all logic, drilling resumed. The engineers reinforced the hole with concrete lining and lowered the camera. What appeared on the monitor silenced even the bravest men. Below the borehole was a vast underground chamber. Smooth stone walls, carvings, symbols, and something else. Bones, thousands of them. Human and animal, piled in circular patterns. and at the center, a massive stone door covered in blood red markings. That was when the children began changing. It started with little Amina. She was 7 years old, quiet, gentle, always shy. One afternoon, she walked out of the house barefoot and headed toward the borehole. Her mother ran after her, shouting. When they brought her back, Amina was shaking violently. Her eyes were rolled back, and she was whispering something, not Hausa, not Arabic, not any language known in our region. The village teacher, who had studied linguistics, listened carefully, his face drained of color. "This is ancient Akkadian," he whispered. "How does a child know a dead language?" By the end of the week, 5 children were speaking the same tongue. 6 elders had collapsed mysteriously. Animals refused to go near the borehole. And every night, the knocking returned. 3 taps, always 3. On the 7th night, my younger brother Yusuf disappeared. His blanket was still warm. The door was still locked from inside, and muddy footprints led straight toward the borehole. I followed them alone. What I saw there shattered everything I believed about life, death, and God. Because standing beside the open borehole was Yusuf, smiling, but his eyes were not his own. And behind him, from deep inside the hole, something massive was climbing upward. When Yusuf turned toward me, I almost ran. His smile was too wide, too forced. His lips trembled as if struggling to hold something inside. "Sadiq," he whispered, "it's cold down there." My legs refused to move. Behind him, something scraped against the stone lining of the borehole. Slow, heavy, wet. I grabbed Yusuf's wrist. His skin burned, not warm hot, like touching metal left under the sun. "Come home," I begged. He tilted his head, listening to something I couldn't hear. Then he said something that froze my blood. "We were never meant to be on the surface." The thing in the hole moved closer. A pale, elongated hand emerged. Fingers too many, joints bent the wrong way. Symbols glowed faintly on his skin. I pulled Yusuf hard and ran. He resisted at first, then collapsed, screaming like an animal. Villagers rushed out, holding lanterns and torches. The creature retreated instantly, sliding back into the darkness. The borehole began vibrating violently. The ground shook, then silence. Yusuf remained unconscious for 3 days. When he woke up, he had no memory of anything after the drilling began, but things kept getting worse. People started disappearing, not 1 or 2. Whole families, their houses left untouched, food still on fire, doors wide open, as if they had simply stepped out of existence. The elders finally broke their silence. They gathered the entire village and told us the forbidden story passed down in whispers. Long before our village existed, a powerful civilization lived on that land. They worshiped ancient entities, beings they believed controlled rain, fertility, and death. One of those entities turned on them. It demanded constant sacrifice. Children, pregnant women, entire bloodlines. So the priests trapped it underground using forbidden rituals, and they built villages over the prison to hide it forever. Our village was one of them. The borehole, Baba Musa whispered, broke the final seal. That night, the ground split open. Not at the borehole, at the center of the village. The earth cracked like glass. From beneath it rose a structure older than memory, a stone temple carved with glowing symbols. And from its depths, they came tall, pale, almost human, but not quite. Their eyes glowed like dying stars. Their mouths whispered thousands of voices at once. Chaos followed. People ran, screams tore through the night. Some villagers were dragged underground. Others walked willingly into the temple, smiling. The creatures didn't kill. They collected. My family tried to escape. We reached the forest, but the trees twisted, blocking our path. The sky darkened. Time itself seemed wrong. Minutes stretched into hours. Hours collapsed into seconds. One by one, my family vanished until only I remained. I woke up at dawn, alone, lying beside the sealed borehole. The village was gone. No houses, no roads, no footprints, just endless empty land. The authorities later declared it a sinkhole disaster. No survivors, no bodies, no explanation. But I remember everything, and some nights I hear the knocking from inside my own chest, final line, because whatever we released never truly left. It only needed a new home. And now it lives inside me.